Hey, what's up guys? My name is Max, and I actually have a new video for once on my channel, which I usually have when it's a new league, and now it is the co-op league. And the co-op league is pretty much a league with two people, so I have a partner. You can introduce yourself.
Hey, what is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and Max, thank you so much for inviting me onto this wonderful, lovely new channel for the first time. It's so nice to be here.
The pleasure is all mine. Or, yeah, that's how you say it. Okay. Basically, we're team building, or showing you our team for week 2 for the second time, because
But Max, where's week 1?
Oh yeah, week 1 is on Midnight Zero's channel, which I will link in the description.
We're gonna be alternating every other week, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, so not just one person has to do all the effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, we battled the Golitath Gigaliths, or Gary and Alex, and their team is very threatening. Their team is on the screen right now. Their OU picks very, very scary. Very bulky, and also Toxic Rogue. But Toxic Rogue is in this league in his own because it can set up on both sides, and it's very scary. And I think RU is where I'm most afraid.
Yeah, surprise threats.
Yeah.
Drudigon.
Drudigon is probably the most scared we are of a Pokemon in their team. It has so much coverage for our team, and we don't have a lot that can take it. We tried our best, but we'll see how it goes. Because it demolishes a lot of Pokemon. Even Electros is pretty scary, to be honest. But let's just get right into our first Pokemon, which is Tanaka Gundam. Making a return this week with the Dread Plate, Earthquake knockoff, because that's such a good stab combination. And it's pretty standard, except for a little bit of HP for Stealth Rock and some defense because we have Intimidate. One second. And we are back. I just can't have nice things during this. But yeah. Yep. You can pick up where we left off with Crocodile.
Cool. So yeah, Crocodile, pretty standard stab, Earthquake, knockoff. And nothing on his team likes taking a knockoff, especially with the Dread Plate boost, and nothing appreciates losing their item. It's really nice to get, the leftovers off, or the Black Sludge off of Mandibuzz, Tentacruel, whatever is on Lando T. Earthquake hits just about everything hard. Heatran hits Tentacruel really hard, hits Toxicroak really hard. Our speed is there, so we outspeed Toxicroak. The only things we don't outspeed are Lando T, Mega Diancie, and Excelgor and Leafeon. And yeah, knockoff hits like Dusknoir. It just hits just about everything. Yeah. With Taunt, we're there primarily for Smeargle. So we can actually lead off with Crocodile against Smeargle, Taunt, and then hit something hard with a knockoff on the switch in. And even if it takes it well, it's a nice little bit of chip damage and like an easy start. Also, Stealth Rock is there because we weren't sure about Stealth Rock or Toxic, and initially it was Toxic to hit switch-ins like Mandibuzz or Lando T that would typically take on Croak really well. But overall, the extra little chip damage we can get from Stealth Rock over time is really helpful for later on members of the team. And yeah, the HP is optimized for Stealth Rock damage, so we have a little bit of defense and HP distribution. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Quick knockoff.
I think Crook also wins against Mandibuzz with Taunt, so Toxic isn't that necessary.
Right.
Because it usually just runs knockoff, and our Dread Plate isn't like insanely important.
And as long as we keep it from recovering, we're good.
Yep. Next up is our Infernape, another
Bring in the heat.
Yep. Awadamondo. Choice Scarf set this time. It's pretty standard move pool, like close combat, fire punch instead of flare blitz, because with Iron Fist it is, I don't know how close it is to being as powerful, but it is still very powerful.
It's still pretty powerful, but like the thing is, anything we were going to hit with flare blitz, we'd OHKO with fire punch as well, and anything like we weren't trying to OHKO with flare blitz, we'd still 2-hit KO with fire punch anyways. Yep. So it's just not worth it to take the extra recoil.
Yeah, Thunder Punch is also there for Tentacruel and Mandibuzz. Yeah. Tentacruel completely walls us our stab combination, so with Thunder Punch we pretty much do half, I'm pretty sure, around half.
Yeah, just about half. That's like max defense.
Yeah,
so like,
which isn't that common either, so.
Right. Fire Punch is there for Lando T, because it does the most out of anything else there.
Yeah.
As far as speed EVs go, shout out to Max for letting us know that with an Adamant, Iron Fisted, Lot of attack invested. Inferno, we can still outspeed a Choice Scarf, Lando T, and do about 50% without the Intimidate, with the Intimidate around 35%.
Yeah.
So we can pack a punch and hit just about everything hard. And what we can't, we can get U-turn momentum with, which is going to be really important because we really don't have a lot of switch-ins for a lot of his team. So we need to maintain momentum like that.
Yep. Yeah, Infernip does really well, I think, especially with this set we have.
Yeah, close combat, doing like 75 to 85% to Mega Diancie.
Yeah,
so with just a little bit of chip, we can take it out.
Yep. Next up, we have Gary from SpongeBob over here.
I love Gary.
Yeah, Gastrodon's amazing. Gastrodon East because, what's the other one called?
West?
West, I think, yeah.
West?
Yeah, West just is an ass. I don't like the color.
It's not as slick.
Yeah, the blue and green is and yellow is very slick, so.
This one's majestic.
Yeah. It's pretty much just max physical defense because Gastrodon walls so many things on his team. There is Mega Diancie's, like, what's it called, that move? Diamond Storm, I think.
Diamond Storm? Yeah, we take
nothing.
like 20 to 30%.
Lando T barely does anything to us. Heatran does nothing to us unless it says HP Grass, of course.
Or Solar Beam. Power.
Oh, yeah, Solar Beam.
We got to scout for that.
Yeah.
And we can play around with that, switching around some of our
with
other
Infernape.
mons.
We have Infernape, so we can kind of check there. Tentacool, this is an amazing Tentacool switch in because, first of all, they will probably think we have Storm Drain, so they will be
there's
like...
no way they're going to Scald against us.
Yeah, they won't Scald spam, I don't think.
Hopefully
because there is that danger of Storm Drain. But we have Sticky Hole, so Mandibus can't knock off our item, Lando T can't knock off our item, so we keep leftovers no matter what, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And Toxic is there for Mandibus mainly, and just Toxic and
between
Mandibus.
Scald and EQ, like, we hit just about everything really hard, and what we don't hit, we hit with Toxic as well.
Yeah.
And this thing is really important for Drudagon too, because it's one of the few things on our team that can take an Adamant, Sheer Force, Life Orb, Outrage from Drudagon. It only takes 56 to 67%, so we can recover Salt, assuming no crits, until it gets confused, and then try and scare it out, or maybe even burn it with a Scald. And Earthquake does around 50%, so it's one of the few things that can take that on. On another note, Scald, Earthquake, they both 2-hit KO Mega Diancie, which is really nice. We also chose this over Rotom Wash because of its more offensive capabilities. It can stay in, it can sponge hits and fire off some nice Scalds and burn, get a little bit of chip damage maybe on a lot of things. It can Earthquake, which actually hits surprisingly hard, and it's got a much better recovery than Rotom Wash, which would get worn down over time.
Yeah,
so even though Gastrodon will be taking more hits, or would be taking hits than Rotom, it'll be able to recover them off a lot better, especially because we're guaranteed to hang on to those lefties.
Yeah, definitely. Gary will put in a lot of work. Like, when I saw their team, like, Gastrodon was like the first thing that came to my mind because it walls so much. It's such a good Pokemon against them.
Yeah. The next mon, we're gonna be dropping some Dracos with Joey the Latios.
Yep.
I wasn't really sure about Latios at first, but when I thought about it a little bit, it's one of our only forms of speed control. I didn't want to risk the speed tie with Mega Diancie at first, so I was thinking a modest Latios, but really, it could actually be really important to have that speed to potentially speed tie Mega Diancie, because if Mega Diancie is HP Fire to potentially hit a Scizor, we will definitely outspeed it, and I believe we OHKO it with Surf, which is really important.
Yeah.
And if we speed tie or it outspeeds us, we know it doesn't have HP Fire, which is also really important.
Yeah.
Because it gives us a hint to other coverage moves, etc. Surf does a ton to Lando T. It 2-hit KOs Heatran, which is why we chose that over Earthquake. Psyshock hits Tentacruel, Toxicroak really hard, which would otherwise take Surfs really well. Nothing takes Draco well. And Defog is there to help get away from all of his hazards. He's got Spikes with Excelgor, Toxic Spikes with Tentacruel. He's got 2 great Stealth Rockers in Lando T and Heatran. And those aren't the only other things that can set up hazards too. We got Smeargle for Sticky Web. That could also get up rocks, or Auroras that could get up rocks. So there's a lot that could be going on there. So Defog and Hazard Control was definitely necessary this week.
I agree.
This could be a defensive Drudagon check, If it's offensive, though, we probably die to Sucker Punch, which is scary. So again, Druddigon just instilling fear in our hearts.
Yeah, Druddigon can take on like all of our Pokemon. It's super scary.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think that comes in on Latias very well is like maybe an AV Kecleon or Dusknoir,
right.
which we aren't that scared of, to be honest.
No, Croak deals with them pretty well.
Yeah.
Also, it's really nice to have Levitate so that Lando T can't just spam Earthquakes.
Yeah, that too. Heatran can't even Earth Power in case like it's in
Earth Power safely. Yeah.
If we have like Infernape Scarf into like Fire Punch or something, and it goes for Earth Power, then we have an immunity in the back, which is good. So, yeah, that's Joey. Next up is Ukusawa Mukuro, the Ditto, and
I love this Pokemon so much.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm really happy we're bringing this. Nick, you can talk about it since you love it so much.
Oh my god, I love Ditto. So, Lando T, best counter, Lando T. So it's going to be great to be able to bring in Ditto on Landorus T, scout what kind of set it is, if it's running Knockoff, U-Turn, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Explosion, some wacky hidden power. It doesn't really matter. Getting the Intimidate off will be really nice. We're running Leftovers, so we don't have to lock ourselves into a move, because a lot of his Pokemon are kind of run like semi-support, semi-offensive, so it's not going to be necessary to like outspeed some crazy threats and then hit them hard back, and it'll be nice to have access to their support moves as well. So this could be an opportunity to have Stealth Rock or Spikes or Toxic Spikes as any of the bonds that Ditto copies. Also, the IVs are set to be Hidden Power Steel IVs, so that if necessary, we could bring in Ditto on Mega Diancie, take a Moonblast in Oko with Hidden Power Steel, which is really nice.
Yeah, I gotta give you props for that, because I never would have thought of that, to be honest.
Thank you. But yeah, I was thinking about Hidden Power, because like something else that could run Hidden Power is like Heatran, and rather than run Hidden Power Ground IVs, if he's running Hidden Power, he's probably also running Earth Power, so it didn't really make sense to do that. We beat Mandibuzz 1v1 because we can help like PP stall out like Roost and stuff, because we have infinite PP because we just switch out and switch back in. We can prevent him from setting up with something like Toxicroak. If Mega Diancie gets a defense boost for some reason from Diamond Storm, we can take that. And just in general, Ditto is going to be really good. Heatran, it makes him think twice about going for a fire move. It can help us scout for Solar Beam, because, I mean, a Heatran takes nothing from a Solar Beam. And yeah, in general, we can scout for his sets as well on all of his Pokemon. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using Ditto. Of course, it's going to be really scary, as always, because Ditto is not something that you can really rely on. You don't know what he's going to bring. You don't know what one of your own Pokemon is going to be until the battle. Yeah. So you got to be really on point with it.
Yeah, one thing I do like about Ditto is that we can have Leftovers on a Mega Diancie potentially, which is really cool in my opinion. So
yeah, that would be sick.
Especially if we get the defense boost and stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
Yep. And last but not least, we have our Mega, which did not see the light of day last week, but this time we are bringing Mega Scizor, and we're bringing a pretty, or not pretty, just basically just defensive.
Straight up bulk.
Yeah, it's very bulky in both special and physical, because, I don't know, it doesn't do a lot of offensive stuff to their team besides maybe Mega Diancie, which it one-shots anyway with zero attack investments.
With a minus attack nature, it's still bullet punches. And we don't have a minus attack nature, but like still.
Yep, and we can also come in easily. Actually, I don't know. I wouldn't say we come in on an outrage, because we can't really do that much back to Druddigon, but
yeah, we can't do a ton, but like it might be something we can take.
Yeah, to make it get confused.
Also, Mega Scizor is probably something we'd be willing to sack depending on how well we're doing against Mega Diancie.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Bullet Punch, Mega Diancie, Auroras. Outside of that, it's not going to hit much. U-turn for a lot of momentum, because we really need to maintain momentum this game. It's going to be really important that we don't have to switch things in on hits, and that we maintain momentum and start whittling things down for like maybe Latios sweep later on, or Scizor sweep once Mega Diancie's gone. And Knockoff is there because on switch-ins, nothing really appreciates losing its item. Whether it's, something's Recovery, something's Scarf, something's Assault Vest. it'll just be really nice to start whittling things down, getting rid of recovery, so as they take rocks damage, it's going to add up over time, and then maybe Scarf and Fernape later on too.
Yeah.
Roost is there to heal up because we want to keep this thing as a nice pivot. The special defense guarantees we live in HP Fire after rocks from a max special attack, plus speed nature, Mega Diancie, which is pretty cool. The defense and HP mean that we beat Lando T defensively, or defensive Lando T 1v1, and we beat an offensive Lando T. That means like max attack, adamant, earth plate. After we knock off its soft sand or earth plate, it's not doing more than 50%, so we can stall it out with some roosts, and potentially get some momentum with like a slow U-turn, or get some good damage off with bullet punch. But yeah, it's really mainly there for Mega Diancie because we don't have a lot from like a fast standpoint, and if we have to sacrifice something, we can always just bring in Scizor and scare it out with a bullet punch, rack up some hazard damage, etc.
Yeah, Scizor is also a very good switch into a lot of their mons, like Excelgor, for example, and
Excelgor is very
Toxicroak
important.
Even, not Electros, because Flamethrower, but Kecleon, Mesprit, Auroras, like, it can take on a lot of Pokemon, and we also have the Switch Initiative with U-Turn, and we could also just spam knockoff if we really want to, because there's no way a Mega Diancie is even staying in on us. Like, I doubt that'll happen.
That would be a really ballsy play.
Yeah. If they have HP Fire, maybe, but I doubt it. Like,
maybe. Because there's no way they're taking a bullet punch.
Yeah, there's no way.
But
I think even with max defense, they can't take it.
Yeah. So, I'm glad you brought up the Excelgor point, because Excelgor is a very possible lead, and we take 50% maximum. We take 41 to 50% from a hidden power fire from a like neutral special attack Excelgor, and we do 51 to 60% with bullet punch. So if he wants to get up a spike, we 2-hit KO him with bullet punch, and he only gets up one spike. If he goes for HP fire, he does 50% damage to us, and we 2-hit KO him with bullet punch. If he wants to go for final gambit, we hit him with bullet punch first, and so his final gambit only does 50%. So if we lead Mega Scizor against his Excelgor, no matter what, we're coming out with either full health and one spike, or 50% and no spikes on our side, which is really nice.
Yeah, if we see Excelgor, we're definitely leading off with Scizor, I think, is a very good lead. Might be a good lead either way. If it doesn't bring, maybe because we have the U-turn knockoff, so it's not a...
Right, and we don't want to give Mega Diancie a free...
free turn.
I mean, they'll probably run Protect on their Mega Diancie, but we want to at least show that we will go for that bullet punch and scare them out.
Yep. So yeah, that is our team for week 2. I'm very scared, but also very excited. Hopefully it goes as well as it did last time, because week 1 went really well in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Yep. So I'll see you then, and we will have the battle in a couple of hours, breaking the 4th wall. So
get hyped.
I'm hyped. Be sure to check out Nick's channel for week 3 next week, and I'll see you in the battle, most likely the day after I upload the team building. So see you guys next time.